It's the 2K Sports pregame show.
Hello and welcome. Glad you could join us here on 2K Sports. I'm your host, Ernie Johnson. Next to me, Kenny the Jet Smith and Shaquille O'Neal. In this game, we'll see Toronto against the visiting team. Checking out the visiting team. They went 2-0 against this team last season, looking to continue that string of victories tonight. And tonight it's a race of...
Oh, Canada, we stand on guard.
And welcome everyone to another...
I didn't realize they had the Canadian
Thank you, David. Well, we always hear from NBA players that a win is a win. But, Chris, in all honesty, do some wins mean a lot more to players than others during the regular season?
You know, I know it sounds cliche, but not really. That really is the truth. You know, you may have one or two games that mean more, maybe Christmas, maybe against a rivalry, an old player. But you have to understand this. The whole mentality of lasting in this league is not to get too up or too down. If you get too up because you're playing against the Lakers, then you know you're going to lose against the Pistons the next night because you're not respecting them the same. You have to respect every team, fear every team the same. And so just circling one in red kind of shows that you're not respecting the next team, which sets up for a letdown. And so I think that's a good practice to have. Every game means the same, but human nature kicks in, and some are going to mean more than others.
That was really interesting. Now the starting group for the visitors. Simmons is out there with Lou Williams. Then there's Kent Bazemore. Then there's Nowitzki. And it's Gasol in at the 5. And stolen by Simmons. And now here comes Simmons leading the break. Bazemore for 3. They grab their own miss. A second chance effort. Can't capitalize inside.
The D doing everything they can to cut him off on his way to the hoop.
Here's Morris. The lead pass was put in just the right spot.
When Morris gets it down in the paint, he's deadly, using his big arms to get these shots up and in.
Gasol, a screen on Bogdanovic. And it's Nowitzki at the elbow. Dishes it to Simmons. That drops, and it comes off an assist from Dirk Nowitzki.
Yeah, good awareness there. He sees an opening and doesn't hesitate.
Well, that opening right there, that's just because the defense failed to rotate.
Now here's Embiid. He's coming off a 19-point game against Washington.
Oh, and the rebound is spectacular as well. He was in attack mode all night.
Shots good by Anthony.
And Anthony is certainly capable of sinking the triple. The D has to respect that quick release and get out on it.
And beyond his ability to shine on the basketball floor, you have to commend Carmelo Anthony's effort, Greg, to get NBA players and other athletes.
And that is a major league flush right there, my friends.
And in a tight contest like this, Greg, that might be just what they need to get the tide rolling in their direction.
Oh, yeah, and as a big man, you need such an aggressive move. That's the tone that you want to set, the attitude that you're trying to play with. Your teammates are following.
Outside, Simmons. Bazemore for 3, trains the three-pointer. Bazemore's got 5 now.
And guys, really admire how Simmons finds the open man consistently. The vision, the unselfishness. That's what you want to see out of him.
They set the pick. Morris kicks to Embiid. The kick out to Holiday. From outside, off the mark. Gone 3 of 7 from the field since we've gotten underway. And Gasol slams it in.
And it doesn't take a whole lot of effort for Gasol to dunk it home. At 7 feet tall, he uses his height to power home those jams.
Anthony right side. A putback, and Embiid is right there. Embiid's got his first bucket of the night.
Oh, and a nice job of turning that miss into 2 points on the tip in.
Hustle points, I believe they call them. Hustle points right there. Gasol setting the pick for Williams. Off the screen. No good off the front iron.
Well executed. Great rhythm. You've got to finish that one.
Yeah, coming off of a good pick, you want to get that when he gets the separation he needs. I know he would love to have that one back.
He dishes it to Bazemore. He kicks to Simmons. Over Holiday, and that one's good. Simmons got his second bucket of the game to go.
And Simmons is accustomed to finishing over all types of defenders. That jump shot is just pure gold.
1 quarter. And Dirk Nowitzki steadily climbing the all-time.
When I first got here,
Dirk has proven himself through the test of time. As tough as it may have been back in his rookie year, he overcame those obstacles to become this elite NBA player destined for the Hall of Fame.
And people do talk about players being a Dirk Nowitzki type. You're right about that. And that's a type any team would like to have. You know, one of the greatest power forwards in the NBA's history.
Well, up to this point, a closely contested game as we start the second quarter. And looking at what we've seen so far, guys, from the visiting team, what do you think?
Playing smart in this first period. Credit their unselfish play.
Always a good strategy. Get as many people involved as you can early on.
And a moment now to reset the lineups, courtesy of Gatorade, all fueled up for the second quarter of basketball. So for Toronto right now, Anthony out there with Morris. Then there's Embiid. Then there's Bojan Bogdanovic. And it's Holiday in at the 1. Nailed from three-point land.
How about the passing? They are moving the ball without any thought, without any individual agendas.
It's Morris atop the key. Gasol with the steal. Outside, Simmons. Gasol, a screen on Holiday. And Bazemore kicks to Williams. Good-looking screen by Gasol. Williams dishes to Gasol. And it's good. Assisting on the play was Williams.
How many times have we seen a possession like that from them today? Ending with a basket, coming off a pretty pass. And Pau Gasol, one of the most skilled 7-footers this league has ever seen. Whether it's the low post, high post, flaring off picks, you want the ball in his hand. And the shooting form of Anthony, just perfect. He's dangerous with the catch and shoot and just terrific at scoring when in rhythm.
Here's Simmons, and he comes up with the deuce. Simmons got 6 points.
And the lead should be safe if they can keep shooting the basketball like this.
And Pau Gasol, a very good perimeter shooter, starting to stretch his range out beyond that three-point arc.
Yeah, his face-up game is becoming more and more prominent. Working from that elbow, he's become more of a triple threat. He can shoot it, drive it, and pass at a high level. Oh, that's terrific defense there. That's how you protect the rim.
Here's Bazemore, and it's going to be 2 free throws. Drew contact on the shot. That one is on Holiday. The free throw dropped for Bazemore. And, of course, NBA players have all reached this pinnacle through dedication, through very hard work. Chris, can you talk about the hard work and effort that goes into playing and succeeding at this NBA level?
Well, if you're in high school or middle school, when your friends are at the movies, you're on the basketball court. When your friends are hanging out at a party, you're at the basketball court. When your friends and his family on vacation, you're at the basketball court. I don't think many people understand the dedication. You know, for many guys, it's more than 4 hours a day in the gym, and a lot of that is just sitting in the gym, just smelling the gym. You know, of course you're going to work out, of course you're going to shoot, but it's everything basketball. You know, on my wall I had Dominique, Magic, Bird. I had all these guys, Isaiah, cut out magazines, and I would put their pictures on my wall and work out and do push-ups looking at them. And I would know their moves. I would know everything. You know, I remember Kenny Smith after his dunk contest. He stood at the free throw line and threw the ball between his legs, threw it off the backboard and dunked. I went in the backyard in Detroit, shoveled the snow, and we worked on that dunk all night, freezing. I mean, you have to love it. So, you know, when you love something, my father taught me, it's not work. And so you got to start with the love, and then all the other work and dedication is just part of the journey.
I love the message, but boy, I like that Kenny Smith story. That is a great, great story. Embiid the screen. Here's Anthony. That one's off, still out of sync.
Their game plan needs to change if they're going to get out of this hole, because he is just not there offensively.
Toronto trails by 12. Now 8 seconds separating the two clocks. Inside, here's Embiid, and Embiid throws it down.
I love Bogdanovic's ability to put the team first. When he sees one of his guys open, he's a willing ball mover.
Williams against Bogdanovic. They set the pick. Williams kicks it to Bazemore. Pass to Simmons. Just 4 to shoot. Over Holiday. And a great job by the D contesting that shot and forcing the miss. And so we wrap up. Thanks for the great interview, David. And we'll be back for the third quarter of basketball following half.
And now, the 2K Sports
Hello,
Halftime
folks.
Show.
Welcome back. Ernie Johnson here with checking out the visiting team. Shaq, let's get your insight on the visiting team.
Well, I like it, Ernie, because they're just not settling for outside shots. You know, that part of the game is pretty when it's going on. You've seen plenty of teams try that and fail.
That's it for now as the second.
Eagles pretty much just telling the Huskies, you might be the North, but we in the South.
The second half just about to get going here. You look at Ben Simmons in this game. He's been every... Toronto with the ball. It's a 10-point game. They defeated the Wizards in their last game.
You know what? It's a fine line between attacking but yet staying under control. And they did, and that's why they shot such a high percentage.
But they worked through their plays until they found some decent looks, and then they did a great job finishing.
Getting underway here in the second half. Here's the 5 for Dave Yeager. They've got Simmons. Kent Bazemore is out there with Nowitzki. Then it's Pau Gasol. And it's Williams at the 2 guard. Bazemore misses. This gives them the opportunity to get within 10. Just his first attempt. Good on the jump shot. Bogdanovic has got it back down to single digits for Toronto.
And Bogdanovic plays with good rhythm and pace to his game. Has no problem going to the pull-up J when the D lays off him.
Bazemore for 3. The basket good off the assist from Simmons. Bazemore's got 9.
And that's what you give up when you don't fight over the screen.
A lot of times your defense is your offense is your defense. This is poor decision-making right here. You can't let him have that shot. Also might have been a lack of effort.
It doesn't go for him. And Toronto will come the other way.
And they had some trouble with this group a year ago. And it's a bit of a head-scratcher as to why, given the way both teams ended the year.
Morris passes to Embiid. Some solid defense from Gasol. Gone 3 of 7 tonight from three-point territory. Bazemore with it. Guarded now by Morris. Outside Williams. Kicks to Simmons. That one is good. He's only missed one shot of his 6 taken on the floor.
And Simmons is totally comfortable near the rim, using his body well to get the shot.
Toronto calls timeout. And, of course, always keeping an eye on the top rookies in the league. We get a chance to see the first-year players with the most steals this season. Ben Simmons, number 1.
Just great hands, guys. You can never relax when he's guarding you. And that's such a valuable quality. He's got his opponents on notice.
And here they come. And here they go. Here's Williams. Excellent D there from Holiday.
Yeah, good interior D there prevents the deuce.
Oh, wonderful anticipation. He reads the play perfectly. Then with the quick reaction time.
Outside Anthony. The feed to Morris. Toronto working the ball around now. On the clock. Here's Embiid. And again, Toronto no luck. Gone 1 of 2 from beyond the arc since coming out of the break. And Simmons kicks to Nowitzki. Bazemore for 3. Hits the three-point bomb. Bazemore's got 6 here in this quarter.
Well, he's played a smart and strong game. His field goal percentage proves it.
Embiid with a screen on Simmons. Anthony dishes to Embiid. Embiid sets the pick for Bogdanovic. Terrific design on the pick play, and he lays it in. Bogdanovich has got his second bucket of the game to go. Bazemore with it. He's got 12. Here's Simmons, and a lot of contact on that one, so he'll shoot 2 here. That one on Embiid.
And the Australian Simmons, a star in the making, folks. Thanks really in part to that tremendous skill set to go along with that gigantic frame.
That's good from Simmons. That one falls, so he hits both of them. Toronto trails by 16. Guys are looking for a spark here.
Yeah, a cold stretch offensively, for sure.
And Holiday kicks to Bogdanovich. The dish to Morris. 6 to shoot. Here's Anthony. Takes the 12-footer and hits. Anthony's got 8 points.
And love the muscle Anthony brings to the 3 spot. Takes pride in outworking everyone when he's that deep inside.
Bogdanovich against Williams. The pass to Bazemore. From deep, Gasol. No good, shot missing. And so it's the visiting team with a 14-point lead as we bring the quarter to a close. And we'll see if they can keep up their tremendous shooting they've been dialed in so far from the field. We've got more in store for you right after this.
My side girl got a 5S.
Welcome back as we get ready to start the fourth quarter. Not exactly a nail-biter here, but you never know. Gotten fewer than half of their three-pointers to go down tonight. They're 4 for 9. Well, Chris, as you look around the league and with all the great players in it, who would you like to have played with that's playing right now?
Wow, that's a tough one. I mean, you look at all the big fellas, I definitely would love to play with the Cousins or Davis. If you look at guards, I mean, how could you not want to play with Westbrook, Harden, or LeBron? I mean, it's like telling a kid, go in the candy store, what candy do you want to pick? It might take him an hour. He might pass out just with the excitement. I don't know. There's so many great players in this league, man. It's so hard to choose one. How about you just take any of the top 10 and whichever one I pick out of the hat, I'd play with them and be happy.
I like that. How about in the past, guys you would have liked to have played with when you were playing the game?
Wow, that's late in my career, Kevin, I could have played with Tim Duncan. I've always thought that would have been like Shaq, KG. It would have been other big players at that time when you needed 2 guys inside to play. So it definitely have been guys that I respect battling and going up against, and those would have been the first I would have looked to play with. But those guys come to mind first and foremost.
Marcus Morris is out there with Anthony. Then there's Bojan Bogdanovich. Then it's Holiday, and it's Embiid in at the center, filling out the middle. So that's the 5 in the game for Toronto. And free throw good from Morris. And when Marcus Morris gets a defender in a one-on-one situation, Greg, he feels the most at home.
And part of that might be from going up against his twin brother all the time when they were young. Marcus Morris has a great knack to find a shot he likes. Terrific with his mid-range.
Here's Embiid.
Taking 2 shots.
And the first one drops. The NBA coaching ranks always looked at and scrutinized. Only 30 great jobs out there in the league, and yet they're on the firing line, it seems like, every season. Chris, what enables head coaches, in your opinion, to be successful? And has that changed over the years?
Well, I think what allows you to be successful, first of all, what is your acumen for the game? Can you communicate? Can you inspire players? Are you a humble guy? And, I think those are the main things that you have to, have as a coach. But look, players get traded all the time. Everybody's under pressure. So, just got to do your best and keep it moving.
Here's Simmons. That one is good again. He's 6 straight from the floor with the basket.
Nice use of the mid-range J by Simmons, taking whatever the defense gives him out there.
Toronto calls timeout. Okay, well, let's go down to David Aldridge for a report from the sideline.
Thanks, Kevin. Well, Toronto's head coach had some words for his team during the break. He said, guys, I know you've worked hard. I know you're a little tired, but we got to dig deep right now and find a way. Take a deep breath, and let's get it done. Kevin, we'll see how they respond.
And Simmons slams it in.
And what about the way Gasol sees the floor? So gifted at whipping the ball all over to the open man.
Morris kicks to Bogdanovich. Embiid inside, defended by Gasol. And Gasol sends it back. And yes, it's good. And it's 8 points for Joel Embiid. Gone 3 of 4 in field goal attempts since getting things started here in the fourth. There's the pick. Williams kicks it to Bazemore. Good-looking screen by Gasol. Here's Simmons. In it goes for the 8th time in 10 tries.
And Simmons is a purebred scorer, a dominant offensive talent who can score in so many ways.
Anthony with the screen on Simmons. Morris with the screen for Anthony. Embiid against Gasol. Here's Anthony. Uses the glass to finish the layup.
Yeah, just superb focus there from Melo. Overpowering the D, one of the best shooters we have in this game.
And it's out of bounds. They say it was last touched by Williams. 1:10 left in the fourth. Toronto trails by 12. Anthony with the screen on Simmons. Morris a screen. Embiid inside. He's up against Gasol. 2 points. That one goes.
And guys, you got to ask, where was this effort when it mattered? The game's over now.
Oh, yeah, this is a nice run here, but too little too late. And deep down, I think they know it.
And Simmons kicks to Williams. Simmons against Holiday. Offensive rebound. Goes back up. And Simmons with the layup.
Tremendous effort here on the road. That plane ride home is going to be sweet.
Oh, yeah. Well, I don't care how good you are. It's tough to succeed in a hostile environment. They're doing it in style.
Just 1 second between the shot clock and game clock. And Simmons slams it in.
And leaving nothing to chance here on this game-clinching run.
Yeah, that offense shifted into high gear. I love the attack mindset.
And Bogdanovich kicks to Embiid. And that's going to be a travel.
And hate to make a mistake there. Have to stay focused.
You're so right. Trying to shrink the deficit, sometimes you push too hard to make something happen.
Here is Cook. And so the road team gets the W in this one. They came in here and took care of business like, all right, David, thank you. And that'll wrap it up, folks.